family behind and search for new planets as a food shortage threatens humanity.
Aim higher.
Wow. That's a pretty
Another
heavy topic,
one that we might be facing for real someday,
I know, right?
Yeah.
For sure. All right. I think we can all agree. Last month, a month like any other, right? From hitting the beach to grabbing your jackets, felt a little bit like everything, right? We're going to look at the extreme weather and the science behind it.
And what does Jim Cantore do when he's not chasing hurricanes and storms? We're going to show you.
Let's go emerald coasting. Visit Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Hurry in and spend $3.99 or more on major appliances and get a Lowe's gift card worth up to $1,000 by mail.
Bridgestone's new Drive Guard tires are engineered to take a puncture and go up to 50 miles.
We can drive 50 miles on a flat, and you have an app that makes nails pop up?
Yep.
We could rule the world. But I have that carpool at 3, though, so
that time
we could, mess with the world.
If you suffer from a dry mouth, then you'll know how uncomfortable it can be. But did you know that the lack of saliva can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath? Well, there is Biotene, specially formulated with moisturizers and lubricants. Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy, too. Biotene, for people who suffer from dry mouth.
The Sonata Premiere event featuring the dramatically redesigned 2015 Hyundai Sonata.
Safety system ready. Radar system on. Stability system initialized. Propulsion system engaged. Enjoy the ride.
Test drive the all-new 2015 Sonata now at the Sonata Premiere event starting at $21,150. Offer ends September 2nd. Only at your Hyundai dealer.
Critics are calling Get On Up genius, mind-blowing entertainment. It's one of the best movies of the year. Chadwick Boseman is like a hurricane.
Man's a genius, and he's taking us with him.
It's an astounding achievement.
As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
Get On Up, the story of James Brown.
Mr. Brown, what's it mean when you lift your shoulders down?
Rated PG-13.
When it's hot outside, it can get dangerously hot inside your car. So this summer, make sure you look before you lock. The Weather Channel proudly supports kidsincars.org.
My husband worked at a power plant where the asbestos fell like snow.
My dad got mesothelioma from asbestos.
Oh, the diagnosis was devastating.
We chose Cooney and Conway because they're highly experienced in this area.
They were more than lawyers. They were human beings.
There was no money up front.
It showed my sons that there is justice in the world.
Call 1-800-322-5573. Cooney and Conway. Justice with a passion.
What's wrong with my hair?
Everything. It's like a disaster.
It's always too high.
There's some girth there. It's meaty. Your hair is not meaty. It's meaty. Shave it off to like the sides.
He can't shave his head. He's got a peanut-shaped head.
The Sorrentinos. Tuesdays at 10/9 Central. Only on TVGN.
H.H. Gregg Appliances and Electronics now has furniture, fitness equipment, and more.
(266-2838) now. That's 1-855-266-2838.
Mondays, only the Weather Channel takes you this far. Inside a hurricane. Hurricane 360, premiering August 18th at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms,
high 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Getting hammered with the wind. Winds are at 80 miles an hour right now.
That's Storm Tracker Jim Cantori braving the worst of Hurricane Arthur in North Carolina during the wee hours of July 4th. Hurricane Arthur, just one of the extreme weather events that we saw last month. We had tornadoes and we had wildfires too, Mike.
It was a pretty crazy month.
Yes, it was.
And we had wild temperature fluctuations as well.
I think the cool temperatures actually is what a lot of people are going to remember.
I think so too. For a lot of people, a summer without a summer so far. But let's take you right through the beginning of July, which was the initial starts of Arthur. It basically became a named storm in early July, first day, and then tracked its way where? Well, right on into North Carolina. We had some rip current issues, the southeast coast, and then it was basically July 3rd, getting into July 4th, made landfall right there. Shackleford Banks, North Carolina, as a Category 2 hurricane with 100-mile-per-hour winds, our first named storm of the season, and it indeed made landfall in the U.S. Now we had tornadoes that were big issues in the month of July. We had 68 tornadoes across 24 different states. Now the average for the month is 80, so it trended below average, but a lot of states were hit by tornadoes, and we had 6 deaths, unfortunately, in the month of July, the second highest total for any month this year, behind April's 35 fatalities. We had an EF2 tornado, by the way, in Suffolk County, Massachusetts, in Boston Metro, the first tornado on record in that county. And then we had wildfires sparked by lightning, including in Washington on July 14th. It became the Carlton Complex fire, the largest wildfire in Washington state history, consuming more than a 250,000 acres. It's burned 300 homes and now 71% contained. And then we talk about the extremes of temperatures. It was hot in the west, it was cool in the east. In fact, we set a record number, 558 record highs, 1,500 record low highs, but the cold temperatures really won out. We had about 5,000 record lows or record low highs that were set during the month of July. Just ask the fine folks that live in the Midwest. They said, man, where's summer? It's been almost non-existent for you. Maybe we'll turn our fortunes around in the month of August, guys.
Hardy folks. Yeah, more cold stats and hot stats. That's definitely notable. Mike, thank you. So next question is, how would you relax after braving hurricanes, tornadoes, and other extreme weather?
Well, for Storm Tracker Jim Cantori, the answer is he heads to the hills.
When people see me, they know Mother Nature is about to be cruel. It's brutal. What's nice to come out on a hike like this is to show that as awful as she can be incredible at the same time. When I was a young kid, we would take a bus somewhere and hike in Vermont. It was rain or shine, we were going. I just think that made me realize I could do a lot more than I thought I could. As an adult, it's actually a little bit more therapeutic. After going through what I see, when I see entire towns wiped out from a hurricane or a tornado, it takes a lot to compartmentalize that and deal with it. The first part of unwinding after a major storm is to see my kids. We will come to a place like AMHQ Falls and go for a hike. Daddy's in charge of the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I think my kids see Dad at peace, and I think from that they draw a love for nature. And there's just such a vastness to this world that we don't realize. I think I would like to do someday the Appalachian Trail. I mean, I could see myself doing that. Most people that are in a stressful job or a situation that they just need to get a break from everything, I mean, a 10-minute walk in the woods where you just stop for a second, you say, wow, I've never heard that before. Or wow, I've never seen that before. I've never smelled that before. Those are the kind of things you discover when you take a walk in the woods.
That was awesome, Jim Cantori. I think, in the woods or by the water, it definitely clears your mind.
Yeah, detox, for sure.
Well, this first weekend of August is shaping up to be wet and stormy. That's not what you want to hear if you're going to an outdoor event or going to take a walk in the woods.
This program brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Vehicles. Certified Affordable Luxury.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event, now through September 2nd, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and may qualify for a 2-month payment credit. Only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Recently, I sat myself down to talk things over. Sort of a reality check. And I decided I was paying too much for car insurance. So I went online for a fast, anonymous quote from the General. I got the insurance I needed, lowered my monthly payments, and picked my payment due date. I should talk to myself more often.
Get an anonymous free quote for affordable car insurance with low payments and great discounts from the General. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Anticipate the walk to come. Create more moments like this and save 50% on hundreds of items like collars, dog toys, and dog treats at PetSmart.
Oh no, you broke your line again? So you'll wind and wind. What a waste of time. But not anymore. Introducing the Pivot Trim, the first trimmer head that keeps your line from breaking, saving you time and money. Just watch. Even banging it on pavers, edging around driveways, and smashing into walls won't break the line. Nothing stops the Pivot Trim. Look, it's even strong enough to cut right through plywood without breaking a single line. The secret is in the patented pivot action that protects the trimmer line. So instead of bending and breaking, the pivoting action saves your line for the easiest trimming ever. The Pivot Trim has 8 high-power pivoting trimmer lines that are so powerful, no other trimmer head can compete. We inflicted repeated abuse on this chain link fence, and the lines are still intact. Amazing! You can get the Pivot Trim today for only $19.95. It comes complete with a universal installation kit and 20 pre-cut trimmer lines. And if you're not satisfied, send it back, no questions asked. The Pivot Trim works on any gas trimmer, uses standard trimmer line, and loads in seconds without tools, winding, or aggravation. But hold everything. We'll guarantee you free trimmer line for life. That's right. You'll get free line whenever you need it for life. Just pay processing and handling. The Pivot Trim is so remarkable, we cleared this entire field, then edged this whole sidewalk, and finally trimmed this mammoth chain link fence, all with the same line. Nothing can stop the Pivot Trim. But we're not done yet. We'll also include the 3-blade head free. Just pay separate processing and handling. The 3-blade head synthetic blades slice through the tough stuff, from saplings to the thickest overgrown brush quickly, cutting them down to size in no time. Plus, just one click is all it takes to replace the blades, with no tools in just 3 seconds. So you're back on the battlefield and ready for action fast. You'll get it all. The Pivot Trim with 20 lines, free trimmer line for life, and the bonus 3-blade head for only $19.95. Call now.
To order for $19.95 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-525-0078 or order online at pivottrim.com. Call or log on today.
Right out of there! You weren't even on the deck!
I'm the captain of this boat, and I feel like whatever orders I give have been ignored. You're terminated. We will not be back next season.
Catch this season finale of Catching Hell, Sunday at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Only the Weather Channel takes you this far. Inside a hurricane. Hurricane 360, premiering August 18th at 9 on the Weather Channel.
past the hour. Welcome back to AMHQ. Sam Champion and Marie LaRosa have this Friday off.
I'm Anna Reyes Rodriguez alongside Jen Carafagno, Mike Bettis, Carl Parker. Nice to have you in-house.
Thank you so much. We got a lot going on. Big changes in the weather pattern from coast to coast. It means a lot of rain and thunderstorms through the weekend from the northeast right into the southeast. Flooding could be a big concern, not only there, but also in the southwest. That's because monsoon's kicking in. 81 degrees for you right now in Phoenix. And we'll look for some overcast skies this morning, believe it or not. And temperatures should stay cool with the threat of more rain in your forecast. This after a high of 109 degrees yesterday. So let's talk about that monsoon flow and what it means for you. There's a look at some Amatis clouds. How about this over Albuquerque after storms rumbled through there?
Your favorite clouds,
Very
Mike.
nice. Clematis, you see them, they're all very, very frequent after thunderstorms, especially in this part of the world. Look at the storms that are plaguing us this morning from, say, Phoenix to Tucson, down toward El Paso. Plenty of rain for you this morning right along I-10 between Pecos and Alpine. Just keep in mind, I believe it's I-10 in this part of the state where it's an unlimited speed limit. So mind your speed, watch the rain. Because you could have some hydroplaning there, especially at high speed. El Paso, some light showers for us this morning and some storms just across the border. Take it over along I-10 into Tucson. We'll have some showers around this morning and storms coming down I-17 as well into Phoenix. So everything is there for a rainy weekend. Moist flow getting us from two different directions. Stalled front right over the four corners. What does it mean for your weekend? It means this. Increased disturbance, increased chance of thunderstorms for us. Phoenix, that'll mean us. Denver, that'll mean us. Flagstaff, that'll mean us. Albuquerque, El Paso, you get the point here, right? But look at the temperatures, a lot cooler as a result. Temperatures in the 80s this morning, 90s this afternoon, a lot of cloud cover. Temperatures are going to be 80 for you at 5 o'clock in Albuquerque, and 76 in Flagstaff. Mix of sun and clouds along the beaches, though. Santa Maria at 80, Los Angeles at 86.
You know, Mike, I was looking at the Storm Prediction Center webpage this morning, and pretty much the entire country has a chance of rain as we get through the weekend. I mean, there's very few spots, mainly, you know, California, that doesn't. Other places to watch include the southeast, where we've got a series of disturbances rotating through. We're going to be watching for a lot of moisture, really juicy air mass, and flooding is going to be a big concern. Charleston, South Carolina, we saw it yesterday, and this is one of the places that we are concerned about getting into the weekend. Now, we have a flash flood watch here until 11 a.m. that could be extended, or a new one could be put up if we get a new batch of rain that really just pops over this area. Let's show you what we're looking at right now and through the weekend in the southeast. Two areas, the coast and the mountains. Those are going to be the target areas for the heaviest of rainfall. Right along the coast, we've got this front. It was a stationary front. Now it's waving back in, and that's where most of the moisture is. That's going to be one target area for rainfall. Dew points in the mid-70s. It is so soupy, so tropical out here. And then in the mountain, banked up against the Appalachian Mountains, we got dew points in the mid-60s, plenty of moisture, and that uplift as air gets bumped into the mountains, that's also going to help exacerbate the rainfall across that region. So we're stuck in this right through the weekend. Chance of showers and storms from Nashville to Birmingham to Atlanta, Charlotte today. We've got another round of rain for you expected around Charleston as well. Get ready. Eastern North Carolina, it's been a tough start to your morning. We could do it all over again tomorrow with more storms in the forecast. So much of the southeast is going to have that chance of showers and storms on Saturday. And by far Saturday, the wettest day. A little bit of improvement in Tennessee on Sunday, but the rest of the southeast, we stay wet. Rainfall heaviest in eastern North Carolina, South Carolina, easily 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or even 3 to 5 inches of rain. But you see around Asheville, 1 to 2 inches of rain for you. Charleston, no break from the rain this weekend.
Well, that rain pushing up the eastern seaboard, headed right into the mid-Atlantic and the northeast, and that means that we've got some more showers on tap for you today, and it couldn't last truly right through your weekend. Saturday and Sunday could both be washouts for you, unfortunately. It does look like it could be a wet day for us in places like Philly, maybe back toward Pittsburgh as well. And the rain in the forecast for this weekend's NASCAR race in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, are Reagan Medji. She joins us live from Pocono Raceway. Reagan, got to tell you, they got this awesome Air Titan air drying machine. You think that'll be put into use this weekend?
I don't know. We're going to see if it is put into use, what exactly it does. We're at the Pocono Raceway Long Pond, the ARCA Truck Series. They're practicing practicing. That's why it's so loud. But if the thunderstorms do happen, this is what's going to happen, and that's not a good thing. I'm joined now by Brandon Igdalski, the CEO of Pocono Raceway. What are you hoping for this weekend? Obviously not storms.
Not storms. Beautiful weather, and great crowd here with our fans, and unbelievable competition on the tracks.
All right, now this Air Titan, this is a new thing. You usually had jet dryers. What is that?
So now we have the Air Titan, which is basically a giant squeegee, an air blowing squeegee that comes along the track, and it cuts the drying time about in half. What it would normally take us to get the track dry and the cars back out.
All right, so half the time, let's see this puppy roar. You got all of this. So that Air Titan could be the savior for this weekend at Pocono Raceway if those showers do happen. But if you look around me, you got everybody here and they're waiting patiently, not for also the qualifying, but the big race on 1 o'clock Sunday here at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond. Mike, back to you.
Reagan, thank you. Great demonstration. Just like a giant air squeegee.
I know.
Is what it looked like,
I was
right?
just tweeting them. I love how Air Titan has a Twitter handle, and they tweet, you know, when there's big events. So they're on the Weather Channel.
The invention is great, and it's done a lot for NASCAR, right?
Certainly seems so. Yeah.
You know, let them get back on the track after rain. They can't race.
We're not doing radial tires in NASCAR, so they've got to dry out the track. All right, let's head over to Anna Rich. She's got news headlines this morning, and a lot has been happening, especially overseas.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. But we begin on Capitol Hill this morning, where Congress fails to agree on legislation to cope with the influx of young immigrants flocking illegally to the United States. On what was supposed to be the last day before summer recess in Congress, the House will be in session one more day as they try to work to pass a bill that would have allotted more than $600 million to resolving this immigration issue. Last month, President Obama asked legislators to come up with an emergency plan to solve what many politicians are calling a national crisis. Southwest Airlines announcing they're ending their longtime partnership with SeaWorld. The announcement coming about a year after the documentary Blackfish raised concerns about the treatment of killer whales at the theme park chain. The partnership began back in 1998 and will expire at the end of the year. In California, actually in Oregon, the Gulch Fire burning near Ashland, forcing residents out of their homes late last night. Officials say the lightning-sparked fire has burned about 1,700 acres, and it's 0% contained. And a mystery in Oregon this morning. Cars in one Salem neighborhood are getting splattered with a sticky, gooey substance, and you won't believe what some experts think it is. Bee poop. Experts believe a swarm of bees living nearby are sick, and that's what's causing the increased problem.
Ew.
And apparently you need a pressure washer to get it off.
Yes, it's that potent and pungent and sticky.
Ooh.
And
you can stop there.
Yeah, okay. Those are your headlines.
We get it.
I hope everyone's done with their Cheerios by now. And their tea. And no honey in their tea.
All right. Stick around. A lot more to come this morning on AMHQ. We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Introducing Nexium 24-Hour. Finally, the purple pill, the #1 prescribed acid-blocking brand, comes without a prescription for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
Let's go emerald coasting. Visit Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Help prevent biting fleas on your cat with Advantage 2. Advantage 2 kills through contact. Fleas don't have to bite to die. Don't give fleas a biting chance. Right now, save up to $10 on select Advantage 2 flea products at PetSmart.
Did you know your eyes can lose vital nutrients as you age?
That's why there's Ocuvite, to help replenish key eye nutrients. Ocuvite has a unique formula not found in your multivitamin to help protect your eye health. Ocuvite, help protect your eye health.
Here's to the man who truly is the best of us.
Who really has the key to the city? With best-in-class payload and best-in-class cargo capacity and an unsurpassed powertrain warranty, you run the town. The all-new Ram ProMaster. Guts, glory, Ram.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that words really can hurt you?
What?
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's gotta be alone.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Jesse?
Discover card.
Hey, I heard you guys can help me with fraud protection.
Sure, we help with fraud protection.
If there are unauthorized purchases on your Discover card,
You're never held responsible.
you are saying frog protection.
Fraud.
Frog.
Fraud.
I think we're on the same page.
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Fraud protection. Get it at discover.com.
Walmart's summer clearance event is going on this weekend. With thousands of items on clearance, Walmart has everything you need to make this the best summer ever. Summer may be winding down, but Walmart's summer clearance event is really revving up. So hurry in for Walmart's summer clearance event.
There once was a hungry road that ate up tires, wearing down the tread and wearing out safety, leaving worried drivers with no choice but to buy new ones. Then along came the Michelin Man who proved the right tire changes everything, putting those drivers back on the road with safety that lasts. Find the right tire for you at MichelinMan.com. Michelin, a better way forward.
Hurry in and spend $3.99 or more on major appliances and get a Lowe's gift card worth up to $1,000 by mail.
And welcome back, everyone, to AMHQ. It was earlier this summer that a Colorado woman called police after seeing a young child locked in a hot car. She never thought that decision would leave her confined to a wheelchair.
And that woman, Shannon Dominguez, joins us live now by phone. Shannon, thank you for being here this morning. And you were just simply being a good Samaritan. Take us back to June 7th in that shopping plaza parking lot in Longmont, Colorado, and tell us what happened.
I had actually sitting in the car still, and my boyfriend Alan went into the store to pick up a few things, and he came back out, and I was already on the phone. She had pulled up while he was in the store, rolled the windows up, and closed her door and locked it, and left her son, who's 4 years old, in the front seat. And it was just mother instinct, I guess. Without even thinking, I called 911. No child or even an animal should ever be locked in a car like that. It just was a natural reaction. While I was on the phone with the police, Alan had come out. He got in the car. He didn't quite realize for a few minutes what I was doing. And then Christine, right, the lady that hit me came out of the store, and I told the police, never mind, here comes Mom of the Year now. She figured out who I was talking to and started screaming and yelling at me. She told me she was going to kick my old hag butt. And my boyfriend jumped out of the car and stood in front of me and said, "You're not going to touch anybody. There's not going to be any violence." She hauled off and slapped him so hard she left a big old welt on his face, a fingerprint welt. Then she jumped in her car, threw it in reverse like she was, and wheeled her tires like she was trying to get the heck out of there. And she turned into their drive and put her foot to the pedal to the. She must have put her pedal to the floor because she hit me with so much force. She crushed my bottom leg and caused internal injuries.
Shannon, you're trying to do the right thing here, and you end up getting severely injured. What were the extent of your injuries?
I have a rod on my fibula, because I have 3 breaks on my fibula. I have a spiral break on my fibula.
Now, the mother...
oh,
excuse me.
I have PTSD and acute traumatic syndrome. I'll have to have another surgery, at least one to 2 more surgeries on my leg.
I'm sure
and then I also have to have back surgery now.
You never expected this situation to end like this. The driver of the car, Christina Riddell, was arrested, is facing hit and run, assault, and child abuse charges. How do you feel about that?
Well, she's actually got 8 felonies and 3 misdemeanors charged against her. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm surprised that they didn't charge her with attempted murder. I just want to see her do fair time.
Shannon, when it comes to the child, or another child, would you make that call again?
Absolutely, without thinking twice. I'm a mom myself, and children are precious, and they're to be protected. They didn't ask to be born. They just want to be loved and protected. And that's what a mom's job is to do, is to love and protect your child.
We know this is a very emotional time and story, and Shannon Dominguez, we thank you for sharing this with us and our viewers this morning.
Yeah, and truly all month long, we've been bringing you stories of tragedy, triumph, even possible solutions to a nationwide problem of children suffering and dying in hot cars.
Now, there's still time to sign the petition to urge our elected officials to begin a better dialogue for real change on this issue. You can find it at kidsandcars.org.
All right, turning gears a little bit here. We've got a lot happening in the tropics this morning. Hurricane hunters headed out right now to investigate our second named storm of the season. It is Bertha. Coming up next, our hurricane specialist, Carl Parker. He's going to join us to show you what impact it will have on the Caribbean. Will it have any impact on the United States? That's all next after a short break right here on AMHQ.
Let's tackle all this with a splash of style. Let's go where they know what matters. Let's do modest budget, major makeover. Let's do we've got this, and a whole lot of look what we did. Then let's sit back and enjoy the view. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. For a limited time, shop our newest vanities starting at just $189.
Only the Weather Channel drops you into nature's deadliest predicaments and asks, so you think you'd survive? Oh my God! Premiering Sunday, August 10th at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Right out of there! You aren't even on the deck! I'm the captain of this boat. And I feel like whatever orders I give have been ignored. You're terminated. We will not be back next season.
Catch this season finale of Catching Hell, Sunday at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms, high 87, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening, Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Pillsbury knows that bold, bright color makes everything more exciting. Like these 4 amazing colors of Pillsbury Funfetti that turn everyday moments into celebrations of delicious fun. Celebrate more vibrantly.
They keep us busy.
Duck fishing.
They keep us entertained. They keep us inspired. They keep us hopeful and happy. Keep them safe. The 8-passenger Chevrolet Traverse with the highest possible overall vehicle score for safety. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Man, these cheesy bread dogs are incredible.
Real good.
The cheese is baked right into the bun.
You know, in this case, it really is what's on the outside that counts.
Maybe that phrase, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't true.
I mean, I've only been judging books by their covers.
Really?
I only read the cover.
Oh, you don't read what's inside?
No. I could read 2, 3 covers. Cover to cover. Cover and cover.
Count on the cheesy goodness of the new cheesy bread dogs. They're the perfect match for any of our 25 shakes. This is how you Sonic.
In the nation, the safest feature in your car is you. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving, which for you shouldn't be a problem.
I voted for culture with a K.
How are you?
I voted for plausible deniability.
I didn't kill her, David.
And I voted for decisive military action.
America, you cast your votes. Now go to Xfinity On Demand and select the People's Hot List to see this summer's top 100 shows and movies.
I voted!
I'm Michael Marino. After I was diagnosed with autism as a kid, my parents and the Dan Marino Foundation created this comprehensive treatment center for autism, and we tell thousands of families. Today, the foundation has embarked on a new project, Marino Campus. Marino Campus will be preparing young adults with autism for meaningful careers and lifelong independence. Become a life changer. Please text DMF13 to 80888 to give $10.
TV 500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
Mondays, only the Weather Channel takes you this far. Inside a hurricane. Hurricane 360, premiering August 18th at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back, everyone. You're taking a live look at San Juan, Puerto Rico. There could be some impacts from Tropical Storm Bertha as early as this weekend. So let's get some more details on what that will mean for Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, potentially the United States. Hurricane Specialist Carl Parker joins us now. Finally has a name. Yeah. Probably has some people's attention. Having said that, it's not very strong right now.
Not very strong. We don't think it's going to necessarily get very strong. It's a tropical storm and a low-end tropical storm. And here's the latest from the Hurricane Center. 45-mile-per-hour storm. It's now moving west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. That's a pretty fast forward movement. And this is the visible satellite picture. So there's the low-level circulation. The thunderstorms are still displaced off to the east because there is stronger mid and upper level wind that's coming across here. So it's not terribly well organized right now, but it's more organized than it's been in a while. And in fact, the hurricane hunters are out in the system. They're flying around. They are finding some pretty strong tropical storm force wind. The highest reading so far, 60 miles per hour at flight level. And with a device that they use to scan the ocean, they're finding winds as high as about 47 miles per hour at the surface. So there is some stronger wind in that group of thunderstorms. And this is the model forecast showing you what happens as we go into this afternoon. So we'll take it into late afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Actually, we'll go into 7:30 Eastern time. And here you see we've got some stronger wind that's coming into the Leeward Islands. So we're talking about Guadeloupe, Montserrat, Antigua, also St. Kitts and Nevis. In those areas, winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, gusting to tropical storm force. Then that stronger wind is going to move over into the Virgin Islands tomorrow morning and start to get into Puerto Rico, and it will be affecting Puerto Rico during the day tomorrow, and then we'll see some stronger wind coming up towards the Bahamas by Sunday. Also, a fair amount of rain is on the way. In general, what we're talking about is a large area of 1 to 2 inches, but there will be some spots that get even more than that. Puerto Rico is very mountainous, and so that squeezes out even more rain. There could be 3 to 6 inches of rain there, and that means potentially some flooding, but it is needed rain. That's a look at the drought in the Caribbean in the month of June. It's been very dry there across a lot of the Caribbean. So what happens after that? Well, notice the upper winds coming across the east. That's not going to change very much. So what that will do is grab the system and take it off to the north and to the east. Here are the computer models showing you that turn to the north and then off to the north and to the east. And the Hurricane Center's forecast does reflect that trend. Now, we could be talking about a mid-grade tropical storm. At this point, it looks like it's going to be offshore. There could be some impacts along the coast, maybe some elevated surf, maybe a rip current thread, but right now it appears that it's not going to have a direct impact on the U.S. Of course, it's going to get close, and so we'll need to keep a very close eye on it. Guys, back to you.
All right, Carl, thank you for that very, very much. All right, time now for your scorecast and more NFL forecast. Our Reese Waters joins us from New York this morning.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, last hour, as you know, I predicted the Redskins will go undefeated and win the NFC East. That went so well online, I thought I would take the AFC East. Now, last year, the Patriots weren't even challenged. They won the division for the 10th time in 11 seasons. The Bills finished in last place for the 6th straight year. This season, you're welcome, Anna Rittis. I predict the Patriots will win yet another division title, but look who I got finishing at 10-6. Just one game behind the Patriots. That's right, those Bills. They have an infusion of young talent. I have the Dolphins finishing last, but don't fear Miami and also New York Jets. I think this will be one of the toughest divisions, top to bottom, in all of football. Now, Miami also finishes last when it comes to home field advantage in terms of weather. The Bills finished first here. Now, this is tough weather, New England and New York City, but Buffalo can be rougher than either one of them. Just keep them out of the hands of Bon Jovi, okay? I know it's slippery when wet. Akron, Ohio, let's go to another place that's very wet. It's usually a great place for golf. Tiger Woods hoping to break a 52-week-long winless drought at the Bridgestone Invitational. It's the site of his last win last year. He won this tournament 8 times. He's 4 shots back after the first round. Now, check out this forecast. My goodness, the tournament could see some rain today, tomorrow, and Sunday. The weather doesn't look too much better, by the way. In NASCAR, one state away in Pennsylvania, the race in the Poconos starts at 1 p.m. on Sunday. We're forecasting storms for the afternoon hours. Now, as I've said all along, all morning, the temperature in here, 5,000 degrees, because I look mighty, mighty fine in my tuxedo shirt. In fact, our producer here, Allison, can't even make eye contact with me because I'm that hot. Back to you guys.
I think it's another reason she can't make eye contact with you. Just going to put it out there, Reese. Have a great weekend, Reese. Thank you very much. Enjoy the shirt quite a bit. Before we wrap up this hour, we're going to checklist the items you need or don't need, like that shirt. How about some southern storms? Definitely going to be a soaker for you from the deep south all the way through the Carolinas. Eventually, it gets into the northeast, Jen.
Oh, it does. We've got a wet weekend ahead for the northeast. Our string of nice weather days couldn't last, and the bad timing is it's coming in for the weekend.
A 72-hour ceasefire in the Middle East collapses 2 hours after it goes into effect.
And Tropical Storm Bertha moving into the islands later today.
That's going to wrap it up for us for AMHQ. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
On Wake Up with Al, we've got our eyes on the tropics as we track our second name storm of the season. Carl Parker's got us talking about Bertha, and we'll check in with him in just a moment.
Yeah, Bertha, we're watching that. But meanwhile, the heavy rain and flood threat continues across parts of the South, and you'll be dodging storms all weekend long, all along the East Coast. Who's in for a weekend washout, and when will you finally dry out?
Yeah, and you hear us say it all the time, but do you know the difference between a chance for scattered versus isolated thunderstorms? Got the nitty-gritty details on the weather terms. Breaking it down right here, right now on Wake Up with Al.
Live from New York and the heart of Rockefeller Center, it's Wake Up with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams.
Hey, Friday, August 1st. Welcome to August 2014 and top of the hour. Steph's still on vacation, and so we got you, Jen Delgado.
You know, the week has flown by. July went by in a flash, and now we're on August.
It's Christmas before you know it. All right.
And it's New Year's in Times Square.
That's right. Before we run out of calendar, let's check the top 3 weather stories as you head out your door. As we mentioned, we've got Bertha, but right now we're calling her Baby Bertha because she's just a little bitty tropical storm. The South's going to stay soggy, and we got a stormy weekend ahead. As you can see, the path of the storm all during the weekend takes it up and through the Caribbean, heading toward the Bahamas. Again, we're going to keep an eye on that. A lot of rain for them, but they could use it. A lot of rain in the southwest, I should say the southeast, on into the Gulf Coast. They don't want that, but they're going to get it. And here along the eastern seaboard, from New England all the way into the southeast, showers and thunderstorms back on into northern Ohio and the Mississippi River Valley. And we're going to get to those storms in the south, but we're going to talk about Bertha right now.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be talking about Bertha. And Bertha was one of those storms that we were thinking, would it, could it? And it looks like right now, apparently, to do that, we're going to talk to Carl Parker.
Carl, do we see this possibly making hurricane strength, or does it pretty much stay a tropical storm right now?
You know, it's possible, certainly, but right now we think it's going to be a tropical storm, probably a mid-grade tropical storm as it comes up and past the Bahamas and then begins to curve around and away from the U.S., most likely. And here's the latest from the Hurricane Center. It is now a 45-mile-per-hour storm moving west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. Pretty fast forward speed there. There's a look at the circulation in the low levels, and the thunderstorms are displaced from the center, but they're certainly producing some stronger wind. And in fact, the hurricane hunters have been out in that cluster of storms, and they have found winds at the surface estimated at 60 miles per hour. So it wouldn't be surprising if we see a little uptick in the intensity when the next advisory comes out. So the storm is going to be taking aim on the islands later today. This is a look at the forecast, the modeled winds, and those winds getting into the northern part of the Lesser Antilles, the Leeward Islands, including Guadeloupe and Montserrat, Antigua, St. Kitts, Nevis. Winds probably 30, 40 miles per hour with tropical storm force gusts. And then that stronger wind will come up into the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico early tomorrow and then be around in Puerto Rico for much of the day tomorrow. And we do expect that some heavier rain will come into these areas as well. And we'll talk more about that coming up. Back to you.
All right, Carl, thanks so much. Folks, we've also been watching plenty of activity back here in the U.S. As storms push the southeast, they're leaving a flooding mess in their path. In fact, take a look at this video from Shepherd, Texas. Storms dumping heavy rain this morning. This just outside of Houston, and we've got reports of flash flooding earlier. Heavy rains blamed for a roof collapse at a grocery store. So let's show you with the heavy rainfall we've had. In fact, over just the past 24 hours, some accumulation topping 5 inches, topping 6 inches of rainfall, especially north and northeast of Houston, just along parts of 69. And we can expect this rain to be fairly heavy. Take a look at this report. Rainfall of 6.48 inches between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. at Greens Bayou, at Highway 59 and Halls Bayou at Airline. Most of it fell in just about an hour. Rain accumulation total 6.5 inches. We expand outward. We now see much of the action moving over parts of Louisiana with a bead on Mississippi. Rainfall timing, we take you hour by hour through the mid-morning hours and into the early afternoon. We actually see more storms firing up across parts of Louisiana. Very unstable air mass, which could mean very heavy rainfall. 2 to 3 to the tune just near Alexandria, and also near Yazoo City, Mississippi, could see 1 to 2. All right, that is the latest we've got for you. Let's send it over to Jen with more.
You know what? It's not the only area in the south, Reynolds. It's going to get some heavy rain. We've got 2 spots in the southeast, the coast and the mountains that we think are really going to add up with the rainfall totals. Now, right now, the bulk of the activity offshore here of South Carolina and North Carolina, but Charleston, after flooding rain yesterday, we're very concerned that some of these storms will move back on shore again today. At the moment, we're not getting any, but we got to keep an eye on that. Flood watch in effect here until 11 o'clock. If the rain moves back in, I think this flood watch will likely be extended or a new one reissued anyway. So watching the concerns after yesterday's rain right there. Today, also watching more storms today pop in eastern North Carolina. And also, you know, Greenville, South Carolina yesterday was a very wet day for you here. And we could see it again today. You know, we've got plenty of moisture here as we get that to bank up against the Appalachians. That will be another spot to focus on. Al.
All right, let's find out what's been going on while we were sleeping. Alex Witt's got the latest MSNBC headlines.
I had good news from the overseas team, but I don't. Anyway, let's share it anyway. No pause, rather, in the fighting, everyone. In the Middle East, bloodshed 2 hours into a 3-day ceasefire. 4 Palestinians were killed by Israeli tank fire. The ceasefire was supposed to mean no rocket fire, troops stay in place, but Hamas tunnels would still be targeted. On the diplomatic front, permanent peace talks will be happening in Cairo today. And out of there, Republican Eric Cantor is leaving Congress altogether. His last day is August 18th. Cantor had a once promising political career, but it all came to an end in June. He lost to Tea Party candidate Dave Bratt in an election stunner in that primary.
Yeah, that really was surprising. Everybody, both Republicans and Democrats.
Absolutely. All political analysts were like, what?
Alex, thanks so much. Do you not trust us? Because I noticed you come in and you hold on to your phone. Like, we're not going to steal it.
Do you know what I'm actually
calling for security if you act up?
Yeah, well, actually, I want you to notice I have an iPhone finally.
Well, good for you.
I had the BlackBerry since forever.
Yeah, and they got these new things called Color TV.
Yeah. Oh my
Reynolds,
God.
What's happening?
Well, in Technicolor, we've got incredible weather conditions for you out to the west coast. But right now, the color along the coast, mainly gray. That thick marine layer, about a couple of thousand feet thick, is going to be basically hugging the coastline. But as we put this into motion, notice the marine layer is going to give way to plenty of sunshine by later in the morning. No rain to speak of along the coast, but back into parts of the Sierra Nevada and into the central Rockies, we may see some showers, possibly even some thunderstorms in Flagstaff by the evening hours. But in Los Angeles, again, a lot of sunshine. Beautiful from Redondo Beach clear up to Big Bear. Temperatures going up to 86 degrees. Interior Valley, San Fernando, we're talking about you. It could be warmer there, but take a look by 8 p.m. Beautiful, beautiful night. Clear skies at 76 in the Hollywood Hills. Take you into parts of the southern plains. It's the rain story for places like Houston. Notice the rain begins to ease its way along the Gulf Coast, but still very humid and still what a mess from all the flooding you had in parts of Houston. All right, that's the latest we've got for you. Let's send it back to Al and Jen in New York. Guys, should be a nice day there.
Reynolds, thanks so much. That's what we planned it for.
Yeah.
Hey, ponchos for the Poconos, racing, family fun, little camping, threatened by weekend storms.
Yeah, Reagan Medji's there live to see what they're doing to prep for this washout right after your local on the 8th.
Hurry in and spend $3.99 or more on major appliances and get a Lowe's gift card worth up to $1,000 by mail.
What does an apron have to do with car insurance? Every time you tie in an apron, you make progress. And we like that. Because progress is what we make too.
Let's go emerald coasting. Visit Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
When it's hot outside, it can get dangerously hot inside your car. So this summer, make sure you look before you lock. The Weather Channel proudly supports kidsincars.org in their efforts to implement safety measures to protect our children. For more information and to show your support, go to weather.com/TV today.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Drops you into nature's deadliest predicaments and asks, so you think you'd survive? Oh my God! Premiering Sunday, August 10th at 9 on the Weather Channel.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event, now through September 2nd, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and may qualify for a 2-month payment credit. Only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Fact. Every time you take Advil liquid gels, you're taking the pain reliever that works faster on tough pain than extra-strength Tylenol. And not only faster, stronger too. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
This time of year, you just need some fertilizer with weed control and a spreader to distribute it evenly. It's not rocket horticulture.
Oh, it's not rocket grilling either, right, guys?
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Walmart's summer clearance event is going on this weekend. With thousands of items on clearance, Walmart has everything you need to make this the best summer ever. Summer may be winding down, but Walmart's summer clearance event is really revving up. So hurry in for Walmart's summer clearance event.
Did you know your eyes can lose vital nutrients as you age?
That's why there's Ocuvite, to help replenish key eye nutrients. Ocuvite has a unique formula not found in your multivitamin to help protect your eye health. Ocuvite, help protect your eye health.
Good morning, Philadelphia. As we look 11 minutes past the hour, temperatures in the low 70s, but looks like we got a soggy weekend for you. And could get muddy at the Eagles training camp at Lincoln Financial Field. And as we time this out for you, see as the afternoon rolls on, the green starts filling in, and that means more showers and thunderstorms scattered to start off. But as the weekend rolls on, it starts to get a little more filled in, and that means more widely scattered showers and a better chance that where you are in the Northeast, in the Ohio River Valley, you're going to be looking at showers and thunderstorms. And unfortunately, it's a big weekend at Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania. Weather, though, could be a big problem.
Yeah, certainly could be a big problem out there. Reagan Medji is there now, and she's going to let us know what they're doing to prep for this potential rainmaker to start going on.
Reagan.
Well, hello there, guys, all the way over New York. Yeah, well, we're at Pocono Raceway, which is in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, in the beautiful Pocono Mountains, only about 90 minutes west of the beautiful Big Apple. So we're right here by the garage area of the Pocono Raceway, and you guys were talking about the rain. Well, unfortunately, showers are expected throughout the weekend, either isolated or in the afternoon, and that's what you're going to get in the summer. So the reason why it's an issue here is that if you look at these tires, there's no tread. This is a problem. Usually on our cars that you and I drive on the road, they have tread to grip if there's a rain event. Here, not so much. That's why they need to have everything dry. And all the guys right now, what they're doing is basically tuning up, turning up, whatever they have to do with the race and stock cars right now, because they want to make sure that they're ready to go for the practice. Practice starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then at 3:40 in the afternoon, that's when the qualifying begins. Qualifying for the big race on Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So when we talk about these tires and the rain combined, you want to have a dry track. So what they're doing is that they have these enormous jet dryers. I feel like I'm in the wrong angle over here. The enormous jet dryers, and what they do is they basically get the wet road and they squeegee it, and then that wet road becomes a dry road, much like this. We can't go over to that area right now because right now the ARCA Truck Series is basically practicing. There's different separate races throughout the weekend here at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond in the Pocono Mountains. So everybody's kind of gearing up and doing what they can. So we give you another look. You see all of the crews out here. This is where all the action takes place. And right there, that's where all of the race cars are basically, some of them are sitting and waiting to get repaired or whatever the case may be. So
what's going to happen this weekend? We said it's going to be an isolated thunderstorm, quite possibly as early as this afternoon, and then, of course, throughout the weekend ahead. We have those jet dryers that are standing by on the corners of all of the points of the track, and those jet dryers are new this year with NASCAR, and they blow out all of this air to squeegee that pavement, and that's a good thing because these tires, as I've said, and we'll back up to these tires, they have absolutely no tread. That's okay. They got it all done here at the Pocono Raceway here in Long Pond in the Pocono Mountains. Back to you.
All right. Hey, Reynolds, what do you think? Are they going to get this thing in?
I think they will. I mean, I always got to think optimistic. I always got to think silver lining. Hey, nice gator, though. Hey. Nice stuff. I'll tell you what, that's probably going to be the slow-moving showers. We're going to be seeing motionless shower activity across the plains because it's so dry for tomorrow. But just the opposite, eastern third, it's going to be rainy at times. The umbrella, a requirement, not just a little bit of an apparel for you. Take a look on Sunday, seeing the rain showers throughout the south, moving into the northeast. Out to the west, getting some great shower activity in the Rockies and in parts of the Sierra Nevada. But for the California coast, Central California, nothing doing, guys. Tuesday shows the rain moving into Big Sky country in the Great Lakes. It's going to stay there on Wednesday. By Thursday, seeing the showers along the Gulf and across the nation's heartland. Got more coming up. You're watching Wake Up with Al. Mwah!
Sometimes the best used car on the road is the one you're still using. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
When he first joined the Army, I was very nervous.
We didn't know what they would have him doing. But Bobby always had a plan.
With unmatched training in over 150 careers beyond the battlefield, there are over 150 surprising ways to become Army strong. Talk to your son or daughter about opportunities in the Army.
Hi, I'm Johnny Bench, and for over 10 years I've used Blue Emu products. Blue Emu, made with real emu oil, is a non-greasy, deep-penetrating formula that works deep into my joints. My wife and I love it.
And now for those hard-to-reach places, there's the all-new Blue Emu Pain Relief Spray. Odorless with an active ingredient for pain relief that will help with your muscle aches and joint pain.
Blue Emu, it works fast.
And you won't stink.
Blue Emu, it works for me, it'll work for you.
Hurry in and spend $3.99 or more on major appliances and get a Lowe's gift card worth up to $1,000 by mail.
The powerful and efficient 5.7-liter ME-V8 with 22 highway miles per gallon and 395 horsepower.
Come with me now. Come with me now. Come with me now.
How far you take it is entirely up to you. Guts, glory, Ram.
Come with me now.
Right out of there! You aren't even on the deck!
I'm the captain of this boat, and I feel like whatever orders I give have been ignored.
I often think how amazing it is that I am a business owner when I'm definitely not a business guy.
When you believe in something and you want to pursue your dreams, you just have to go for it.
I think owning your own business just makes you feel so much more successful.
We take pride in what we do, but being proud of it is a part of it as well.
So when I design stuff, when I market, it's definitely got to feel like me.
Vistaprint allowed me to create that vision that I had in my mind.
I was able to find a template, then just pop my logo into it.
Vistaprint had all the things that I really needed to be able to market my company.
Your business is your passion. Your marketing materials should reflect that. With Vistaprint, they will. So start putting your passion to work for you with 500 business cards starting at just $9.99. That's right, get 500 cards for just $9.99 when you enter promo code TV500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
1-800-229-4977 now. That's 1-800-229-4977 or go to growup.com.
America's Morning Headquarters with Sam Champion.
Not just a morning forecast, a morning show.
AMHQ with Sam Champion, the Weather Channel's brand new morning show.
Currently in our area, 87 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Wake Up with Al. Look at Chicago. That is gorgeous.
It looks beautiful out there.
Wow. You got scattered storms in the forecast today and Saturday, but we will be clearing up for Sunday.
Yeah, at least you get a tail end of your weekend out there.
All right. Yeah. So let's check out what's going on the East Coast.
And we're going to give you a thunderstorm forecast, and it's pretty straightforward, right? But what about when we're talking about just a chance of rain? Not when we're telling you it is going to be a downpour, it's going to be a washout. Well, meteorologist Jen Carfagno has more.
You guys just said it. Chance of scattered thunderstorms in Chicago. It is the most common question that people ask me about the forecast. What does scattered versus isolated storms really mean? Well, I hit the streets of New York City and the experts right here at the Weather Channel to find out.
But notice when you have those rain showers that pop up.
As meteorologists, we love our weather terminology. Now, this rain on the move.
So there's a look at the water vapor imagery. This is right along that trough.
Here's what we mean when we say there's a 50% chance of rain on a certain day. 50% chance we could have showers. 50% chance it's all sunny skies. But what about when we get more technical? Scattered versus isolated thunderstorms. Do you know the difference?
Scattered, I figure, would be a little bit more spread out, obviously, and not as dense, maybe.
If you hear isolated or scattered thunderstorms from the forecast, what do you think?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Even our meteorologists can't always agree. Everyone has a different idea. What do you think?
I'd say fairly numerous and not so much.
I tell them that scattered means a little bit more than isolated.
If it's a 70% chance of rain, is that you have a 70% chance of rain at a specific location, or is it 70% coverage of rain over an area?
Right. Are we using the traditional term for probability of precipitation, which is 1/100th of an inch of rain at any specific point? Because if that's the case, it's a very broad definition of how much rain you're going to get. But if you're doing coverage, sure, then you could say, okay,
it's
how
so
much
convoluted.
area.
It really is.
So let's get right to our Global Forecast Center for the official word.
Just a little more widespread if you're looking at scattered coverage of thunderstorms, and very few and far between. Chances are you're not going to see anything if it's just isolated in the forecast.
So maybe the inflection in my voice makes a difference. But hit or miss means most of us will miss it, some of us will hit it. Whether that's isolated or scattered, you make the call.
So does that clear the air? Oh, it totally does not. Right here, it is the hardest thing to talk about here. And what is the level of confidence in the forecast? How likely are you to get storms? But we try our best, and scattered means you've got a better chance. Isolated means I wouldn't cancel your outdoor plans. All right, guys. Okay. I hope that helped clear the air.
Not really, but the second most important question people always say, what's the difference between partly sunny and partly cloudy?
There you go. That's the bigger one, yeah.
I think partly sunny is actually cloudier than partly cloudy.
Carl, what do you say?
That's right. That's exactly right. Partly sunny is mostly cloudy. That's exactly right.
That almost seems to fly in the face of logic.
Yeah, it is weird. No doubt about that.
So what's the latest on Bertha?
Well, right now it's a 45-mile-per-hour storm, and it's moving off towards the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. That's going to bring it into the Leeward and Windward Islands later this afternoon and through the evening hours. So let's take a look at the latest from the Hurricane Center. And here is the position of the storm, getting really close to the islands. Hurricane hunters are out in the system. They certainly have found tropical storm force winds. They've actually found flight level winds over 60 miles per hour and estimated winds at the surface as high as 60 miles per hour. So in the thunderstorms that have formed on the east side of this circulation, there is some strong wind, but that circulation now still largely exposed, and so at least in the short term looks like it's not going to be getting that much stronger. And we'll talk much more about this coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Carl, thank you. Heavy downpour, streets underwater, and more coming this weekend.
Yeah, this morning we're helping you to stay dry and look at those areas that you'll need to keep that rain jacket nearby. Plus, whose weekend's going to be a watch out?
Let's tackle all this with a splash of style. Let's go where they know what matters. Let's do modest budget, major makeover. Let's do we've got this, and a whole lot of look what we did. Then let's sit back and enjoy the view. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. For a limited time, shop our newest vanities starting at just $189.
We have pinpointed an orchestra which we felt needed further
When you need new brakes, Pep Boys Precision Match is the best brake service to make stopping as smooth as humanly possible. Trust the boys to get you there.
Enjoy dinner with dancing. Make mealtime more memorable. And save $2 on select Royal Canin pet food and get 2 cans free at PetSmart.
These cheesy bread dogs, the cheese is baked right into the bun.
It's what's on the outside that counts?
Huh. Prove that.
Count on the cheesy goodness of the new cheesy bread dogs. This is how you Sonic.
The Sonata Premier event featuring the dramatically redesigned 2015 Hyundai Sonata.
Safety system ready. Radar system on. Stability system initialized. Propulsion system engaged. Enjoy the ride.
Test drive the all-new 2015 Sonata now at the Sonata Premier event starting at $21,150. Offer ends September 2nd. Only at your Hyundai dealer.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
Let's go Emerald Coasting. Visit Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Dentures are very different to real teeth. They're about 10 times softer and may have surface pores where bacteria can multiply. Polident kills 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria and helps dissolve stains. That's why I recommend Polident.
Cleaner, fresher, brighter every day.
When it's hot outside, it can get dangerously hot inside your car. So this summer, make sure you look before you lock. The Weather Channel proudly supports kidsincars.org in their efforts to implement safety measures to protect our children. For more information and to show your support, go to weather.com/TV today.
Currently in our area, 87 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
America's Morning Headquarters with Sam Champion.
Not just a morning forecast, a morning show.
AMHQ with Sam Champion, the Weather Channel's brand new morning show.
Just ahead on Wake Up with Al, we've got Bertha, second tropical storm of the Atlantic season. Where is it headed this weekend? And are we looking at possible U.S. impacts? Carl Parker breaks it down for us.
And meanwhile, heavy rain and flooding already swamping parts of the south. And the storm threat continues all the way through the weekend. When you know it, well, it happens all up and down the East Coast. The timing for how long you'll be battling the soaking rain and dodging those showers.
And we're hitting the beach to talk water safety and rip current safety awareness with several lifeguards taking part in the upcoming National Lifeguard Championship. Ooh, you know they're going to be good looking.
Yeah.
Right here, right now on Wake Up with Al.
Live from New York and the heart of Rockefeller Center, it's Wake Up with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams.
Good morning, everybody. Friday, August 1st, 2014, as we finish up this last half hour of Wake Up with Al.
Yeah, I can't believe it's already August out here.
I know.
And then summer seems like it's just flying by. We had such beautiful weather, but now things have changed.
Well, maybe it'll slow up this weekend because the weather's not that great. Let's show you what we've got in the top 3. We're starting off, well, we got baby Bertha to talk about because that doesn't look like it's going to struggle to stay a tropical storm. The south staying soggy, and we've got a stormy weekend ahead for a lot of folks. Here's Bertha. There's the path through into early next week across Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, eventually the Bahamas. They need the rain, so hopefully that's a silver lining there. We are looking at wet weather, the lower Gulf Coast and into the lower Mississippi River Valley. A lot of wet weather in the southeast all the way on up to Florida. And that wet weather continues right up I-95 into the Ohio River Valley and New England as well. So we've got more wet weather to talk about, but we are also talking about the potential for Bertha.
Yeah, absolutely with Bertha. You know, the good thing with the Northeast, at least we're not looking at severe weather this week.
Exactly.
That's the positive.
All right, let's turn to Carl Parker. So, Carl, path of Bertha brings her across the Caribbean, which on the upside, they've had a drought, so this could be helpful for them.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about generally 1 or 2 inches of rain across the Caribbean. Could be a lot more than that in Puerto Rico, where the mountainous terrain will enhance the rainfall. And in fact, there is a flood threat that will extend into Puerto Rico and other islands. But let's take a look at where it is right now, what's going on with the storm. And it's a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm moving rapidly to the west-northwest, 20 miles per hour. There's a look at the advisories. Tropical storm warnings, St. Lucia, Barbados, Dominica, Martinique, into the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Not all of the islands have warnings. It's up to the individual governments to put those out. And in fact, Martinique just came out with theirs within the last couple of hours. Looking at the satellite picture, I'll tell you, it's fairly disorganized. This low-level center is now coming out. It's a little more exposed, whereas the thunderstorms were more co-located with that center earlier today. It certainly is feeling the effects of some stronger west winds coming in and across the circulation. And when you've got that separation between the thunderstorms and the circulation, it's certainly a lot more difficult to get any sort of substantial weather out of it. But we do think that tropical storm force winds are entirely possible across the Leeward Islands through tonight. Already some bands of showers are coming in here, getting sustained winds now about 20 miles per hour in Martinique. And we expect to see conditions really going downhill through the rest of the day today and into this evening. And we'll talk much more about all that coming up at 50 minutes after the hour. Reynolds, over to you.
Okay, Carl, my man, thanks so much. Let's take a look at what's been happening here back stateside, especially in Texas, where the story's been kind of tropical in nature, meaning plenty of moisture coming in from the tropics, as in the Gulf of Mexico. And look at the rain that left behind in Shepherd, Texas. Storms dumped heavy rains this morning. This just outside of the Houston area. We've got reports of flash flooding earlier, and then heavy rains are, well, they're being blamed for a roof collapse at a grocery store. So let's talk about the rainy southeast. Let's show you where we have some of the heaviest activity just over the last 24 hours. It's all about Texas. More specifically, areas north and northeast of it along parts of 69, accumulation up to 6 inches, even a bit more in some locations. Take a look at this report. Flash flood in Shepherd, McLean's grocery store roof. That's the collapse we're talking about. Collapse due to rain at Highway 59 and Church Street. We expand outward. We see that moisture sweeping its way across parts of Louisiana, moving across the Mississippi and into Mississippi State itself. And you'll also notice near Morgan City a heavy line of showers and storms. In the Big Easy, it's going to be anything but easy in terms of the storms. They're going to be rattling their way through the midday hours and into the evening. They should fizzle out, but the clouds will remain locked in place with temperatures into the 80s. For more on the rain, let's send it over to Jen. I know she's got more on this story.
Yeah, we just have some new flood watches actually that were posted. I'm going to show you where here in just a second. First stop, though, is the radar, and you see a ton of rain with lightning out here, most of it off the coast, but we've got some of that rain, especially in eastern North Carolina, that's been going on now all morning long. Also, Charleston, big concerns for you as some of these storms will make their way back onshore. Also, look at this, a new severe thunderstorm warning just popped here, not too far from the Charlotte area. We'll try to get to that in a little bit. So 2 areas of rain that we're really tracking today. One along the coast, and then the other in western North and South Carolina. For us right here, new flood watch now extends all the way up into North Carolina on the Outer Banks, and it goes until this afternoon. So we're watching Charleston again for more rain today. We're also watching up towards Morehead City. It's been a stormy start to your day already. And plus this afternoon, there'll be more storms that fire western North Carolina, including around Asheville, Greenville. For you, we're watching for that, and then up into western Virginia. All right, Dina, thank you. I want to go into our severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to be looking at Coleridge, Franklinville, and Starr. Those cities are under the severe thunderstorm warning until 11:30 local time. You can see the storm cell not too far from Troy, just south of Asheboro, and again tracking to the north and east, damaging winds and hail the threat here. Al.
Well, let's show you what's going on as far as your news headlines. Alex Witt from MSNBC returns.
I am back with this with a good morning to both of you. Here we go, everyone. An Ebola-infected patient is coming to the U.S., and here's what we know. The person will be taken to Atlanta for treatment at Emory University. What we don't know is if it's Dr. Kent Brantley or Nancy Whitebolt. Both contracted the virus in Liberia, and both are in grave condition. Inside the MH17 crash zone, a staggering number, 80 bodies could still be lying there. Yeah, right. Investigators finally made it to the crash site on Thursday. They collected victims' belongings. Of course, 298 were on board when MH17 was blown right out of the sky. And finally, be glad you're not this guy, because in China, this is what happens when you hit gas instead of brake. The mistake, okay. Yes, see, the guy was flying off the bridge. If you can believe it, he's fine. The car, yeah, not so much. But wow. It's kind of just like slow moving. Stop that guy.
Well, the bridge isn't that. I thought it was much further down.
Right?
Yeah, but still.
I mean, it's not as dramatic when you see the end part, right? But
the car got demoed.
Okay, all right. Okay, well,
I'm just going to leave. I'm not as impressed as I thought.
That's amazing.
Right.
That is amazing.
I'm out.
Reynolds, have you ever seen anything like that?
Not at all, and you have to respect anyone who's going to make their own exit ramp. Isn't that incredible? Absolutely. Hey, the rainfall we've been seeing across parts of the South, especially in Texas, has been incredible. Now we're going to see it move into places like New Orleans, possibly Jackson. At 11 o'clock this morning, that's going to be the story. Your storms moving also into the Carolinas, as Jen was showing you moments ago. We take you hour by hour, and in some places there may not be a let up into the evening hours too. Overnight should begin to fizzle down in places like Memphis and back into Jackson. Now we take a look at the next several hours in Atlanta. Can't rule out a chance of thunderstorms, possibly some delays at the airport too. And notice those temperatures going up into the 80s, then cooling right back down into the mid to lower 70s as we get to the evening hours. Hey, that's your weather story in the Deep South. Let's send it back to you guys in New York City. Take it away.
Reynolds, thanks so much. I know you watched Sharknado too. Well, it's not good for humankind to have Sharknadoes, but definitely good for ratings. Sci-Fi's Sharknado 2, now the network's most watched original movie ever. My co-host Stephanie Abrams making appearances in it. Nearly 4 million viewers tuned in to watch Wednesday night, devouring ratings records.
That's my favorite clip there. A little cruel with the umbrella, but hey, it's effective.
Hey, you know, it's a shark. Come on.
Right.
Yeah, get him again. Most social movie on TV ever, generating at one point 5,000 tweets a minute, nearly 400,000 social mentions, as well as holding up the top 10 trending topics in the U.S. Wow.
Wow.
Hey, we got lifeguards in the studio. They're going to be competing. Details coming up, and they're good looking.
Currently in our area, 87 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 87. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Partly cloudy skies after midnight. Low 78. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event, now through September 2nd, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and may qualify for a 2-month payment credit. Only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Grilled meats. Smells so good. What's happening over there? Corn! Oh yeah, that's the Explorer Platinum, the world's most social grill. Social grill?
Did he just take a selfie?
Oh yeah. Send photo. Watch, she's gonna light it with an app. Oh, gas. Yeah.
Kebab, 1 serving.
Get off your gas and grill with Kingsford Charcoal.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
We've got Allstate, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Well, I found this new thing called
Allstate Quick Photo Claim.
It's an app. You understand that? Just take photos of the damage with your phone and upload them to Allstate.
Really?
So you get a
quicker estimate, quicker payment,
quicker back to normal.
I just did it. But maybe you can find an app that will help you explain this to your father.
Introducing Quick Photo Claim. Just another way Allstate is changing car insurance for good.
Did you know your eyes can lose vital nutrients as you age?
That's why there's Ocuvite, to help replenish key eye nutrients. Ocuvite has a unique formula not found in your multivitamin to help protect your eye health. Ocuvite, help protect your eye health.
There once was a hungry road that ate up tires, wearing down tread and wearing out safety. Then along came the Michelin Man, who got drivers back on the road with safety that lasts. Find your tire at MichelinMan.com. Michelin, a better way forward.
With Pillsbury's new Funfetti bold cakes and frostings, there's no limit to what you can do. Top them, stripe them, switch them up. It's that easy to make bold color part of everyday fun. Pillsbury, celebrate more vibrantly. Break the ice with breath-freshening, cooling crystals. Icebreakers.
Let's go Emerald Coasting. Visit Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Enjoy carefree fun with flea and tick solutions just like your vet carries, and save up to $15 on select Canine Advantix 2, Advantage 2, and Seresto products at PetSmart.
This time of year, you just need some fertilizer with weed control and a spreader to distribute it evenly. It's not rocket horticulture.
Oh, thank you. It's not rocket grilling either, right, guys?
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And welcome back, everyone. We are keeping a sharp eye on some developing weather information in parts of the Carolinas. Get some heavy storms. Not only that, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the counties of Montgomery, Moore, and Randolph. Cities of Coleridge, Franklinville, and Starr. That's going to be in effect until about 11:30 local time. What you need to know is that some of these storms could be providing not only some heavy rainfall, but possibly some strong lightning. Don't be surprised if you have a touch of flash flooding in locations where you have poor drainage. We'll stay on top of this weather story for you, but now let's send it back to New York with Al and Jen. Guys, take it away.
During During the summer, lifeguards help protect us from deadly injuries at the beaches and our pools. A lot of techniques they use are going to be on display at the United States Life-Saving Association National Competition in Virginia Beach.
Well, joining us this morning to talk water safety, 3 of the competitors. We have Andy Fitton, Tom O'Neill, and Pat Killigan. And we want to welcome you here this morning. Thank you so much. You guys are in shape.
Yeah, thanks. We train a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, you make lifeguards around the U.S. make estimated more than 50,000 rescues per year.
Right.
What's the #1 thing you're going into the water for?
Rip currents.
Yeah.
Rip currents?
Yes, especially after Hurricane Sandy.
Wow. And rip currents so dangerous. I mean, people I don't think realize how dangerous they are. You know, how do you get out of a rip current if you don't have a lifeguard nearby?
You want to keep in mind that you want to swim out of the rip current. So you're not going to try to swim in. You don't want to fight it. You want to swim parallel to the beach, and that can get you out of the rip current. But you shouldn't be swimming in the water without a lifeguard. So that's the #1.